Hey there, Michigan football fans. It is signing day, signing week, and we are digging into some of Michigan's top recruits for the 2019 class. And this guy coming up, Giles Jackson, might be my favorite recruit of all the players who are signing with Michigan in the 2019 class. He is only 5'8", 175 pounds, from Northern California, ranked just inside the top 300 in the 24/7 Sports Composite as their number 43 wide receiver. But there is a lot to be excited about when it comes to Giles Jackson. He committed to Michigan in early September, right after a visit to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor over Cal, Oregon, Oregon State, and USC. He's going to play in one of these bowl games. Coming right out of there, these All-American games, going to be an early signer and an early enrollee. So you will see him on campus in Ann Arbor in just a matter of weeks, and will participate in spring practice in 2019. Get to make that trip down to South Africa with the Wolverines football team. They've got him at number 298 in the composite, but Rivals has him at 229. 24/7 has him at 275. For some reason, ESPN doesn't have him. I believe they only rank up to 300, so he's not currently in their top 300. But the film tells the story on Giles Jackson out of North Carolina. He reminds me of Desmond Howard. He really does remind me of Desmond Howard with his moves. Desmond Howard only 5'8", 5'9". Giles Jackson, similar size. He is a short guy. He's skinny at only 175 pounds, but he can make plays on O. He can make plays on D. I believe you will definitely see Giles Jackson on the field in 2018 or 19. You could see him as a kick returner, as a punt returner, getting wildcat snaps out of the backfield, as that athlete potential that he has. Certainly, I think he will see the field. I think it's going to be something we're all going to be really excited about once he gets on the field in Ann Arbor again. I think he's the Desmond Howard copycat. I think he could be a superstar player for Michigan. Not your typical Jim Harbaugh wide receiver, 5'8", 175, but you have got to be in awe of the moves he can put on the football field, and can lower shoulder and knock guys over too. So he's packing a lot of might into those 175 pounds in that 5'8" frame. A true game breaker, top 300 player in the country. I am more excited about Giles Jackson and Zach Charbonnet. Those are the two players I'm excited most to see coming into Michigan as true freshmen in 2019. Both out of the state of California, so Jim Harbaugh doing a nice job of raiding that state and bringing two potential early impact players in Zach Charbonnet and the man you're seeing on the screen there, Giles Jackson, Desmond Howard 2.0 at the University of Michigan. Did you like that video with Giles Jackson? Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if so. We've got more on Jackson in a minute, but I'm going to give you a quick chance. Scroll down, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Michigan Football Report from Chat Sports. Get us to 1,000 subscribers, and you will get all of your Michigan football content and the recruiting, inside info on the team, and your Michigan football news right here on this channel every time you come to YouTube. All right, more on Giles Jackson. Can he make an impact in the field as a wide receiver next year in 2019? Well, Michigan, as long as nobody transfers, is going to have 3 stars coming back in the wide receiving core, potentially the most talent coming back in one season that Michigan's had in a generation or two. Tariq Black, Nico Collins, and Donovan Peoples-Jones. But behind them, it gets a little murky. You've got Ronnie Bell and Oliver Martin. Bell being a sophomore next year. Oliver Martin will be a redshirt sophomore at the wide receiver 1 in the slot. Then it's going to be redshirt freshman Michael Barrett, a 2018 signee. Played a little defense, played a little running back. He has now switched positions to be wide receiver. So Michigan, with some transfers last year, is getting a little thin at the wide receiver core, so Jackson can make an impact. He can get some snaps at that wide receiver 2 role. He could get some snaps, steal the momentum that Oliver Martin was starting to get in the 2018 season at slot. I definitely think you're going to see packages for him, and I also think you will see him on special teams, whether it be kick returner or punt returner. Let's take a look at the wide receiver crop of recruits coming into the Big Ten in the 2019 recruiting cycle. Ohio State leading the way with Garrett Wilson, a 5-star top 20 player in the country out of Austin, Texas, surprisingly enough. Penn State there, the second best wide receiver. Ohio State there at number 3, so they've got 2 of the top 3. A player going to Purdue and Maryland. You flip over to the back half of the top 10, number 6, there's our man, Giles Jackson, inside the top 300 in the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. The next generation of Desmond Howard. He's the last 4-star on this list of players coming to the Big Ten, of Big Ten recruits for the 2019 at the wide receiver position. So I told you Giles Jackson, from all the film I've watched, I think he is our next Desmond Howard. But brings me to a historical question for all you Michigan football fans, especially the ones 25, 30 years and older. Let me know which Heisman season you think was better. Desmond Howard, 1991, Charles Woodson, 1997. Tell us below. Give us a W for Woodson and H for Howard right below in the YouTube comment section. Don't even write out the whole word. That's too much work. Just say H or W. I'll get in there after the show, start debating with you guys, because I have a very strong opinion on this one. So H for Desmond Howard, W for Charles Woodson. Can Giles Jackson be the next Desmond Howard? Let's take a look at where he ranks in the recruiting services 2019 wide receiver, number 298 in the composite. 24/7 has him as their number 275 overall, and Rivals has him as the number 229 player in America. ESPN does not have him ranked currently in their top 300 players, so an NA for them. Out of Northern California, about an hour outside of San Francisco, only stands at 5'8", 175 pounds, but he is dynamic with the ball in his hands, and his recruiting film is some of the best I have seen for a player coming into Michigan in a long, long time. So I am super excited about Giles Jackson. Definitely a guy I expect to make an impact on the field in 2019. Do you like this video? Go ahead and subscribe to the Michigan Football Report YouTube channel. All kinds of videos this week on recruiting, Michigan football rumors, and some things to look forward to in 2019 for the Michigan football team. So go ahead and subscribe and go blue. Hey there, Michigan football fans. Thanks so much for watching the Michigan Football Report. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got Michigan football news, rumors, recruiting information, and inside access to the Michigan football program. You ready for another Michigan football video? I got you hooked up right here. Go blue.